What's going on, everybody? I had to get some stuff sorted out. Good to see everybody in the chat. I have the support link. It's optional. You don't have to, but it will really help out the channel. I also have merchandise for this channel, so feel free to check it out at your own discretion. And for the people who are here, I do appreciate you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for the support already. Doing a YouTube channel is not easy. I've been so drained and so tired. So drained and so tired. And it's just nothing else to do but to work and go to sleep. I won't be on live for too long because, my roommate is bound to come back between now and probably sometime around 3 o'clock. So I wanted to go live earlier, but I was too tired to. I was too drained. So tired. But hey, I'm here, and I'm glad to be here. And I'll be right back. Okay. Well, job hunting is tiring. I mean, I already have a job, but I won't be working at that job anymore because I'm gonna be taking my flight to go visit um, some family members. That's gonna be interesting, and I'm going to be going on a little vacation just to get out of America, to get a peaceful, different, um, get a peace of mind. Because America is draining the life out of people. America is draining the life out of people. Yeah, man, I've been going through it, man. Out of all the stuff that I told you, some of the stuff could blow your mind. It's like I came out of going through one situation only to go to a whole nother state. Then I got to deal with a whole nother batch of more bullshit and more situations. On top of situations I was already dealing with before I relocated in the first place. And jobs are just the companies. Here's the thing. America is not trying to create any more jobs. America doesn't care about the citizens that are thriving. They don't even care about, speaking of jobs, they don't even care about the people who've been faithfully working for that company for 20 years. They don't get nothing. And the retirement that they do get, it's not even enough to actually retire. Which is why I say the 401k is useless. Let's see. School of Flourishing reads, my advice, do what makes you happy. Sounds simple enough, but the reality is it's harder than you think. But you have to be brave. If you like cold weather, stay in Alaska. If you, well, let's see, move to Florida if you don't like your job, find something near quality. That's all easy to say and done, but it's like people are saying that it's expensive to live in Florida. And there are videos that's been talking about how it is basically harder to get out of Florida now, even if people wanted to leave in the first place. What's going on, Vince, bruh? What's up, man? And I'm telling you right now, when 2027 hits, it's gonna get a whole lot worse. Man, I've been finally looking for a job for 9 months, applied over 90. I finally uh got one, and the relief is like no other. Yeah, it's relief. It's when you find a job and they finally hire you, it becomes a finding a job now is a luxurious thing to do. It's a luxurious thing. Finding a job is a luxurious thing now. It's very rare. It's very rare. By the way, School of Flourishing, where are you from? And Vince, where are you from? I like to know more about my audience. But I appreciate the encouragement, bro. I appreciate that. By the way, where are you guys? What state are you guys from? Mm, 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 mm. But to be honest with you, there are a lot of talks on social media of people that are trying to leave the U.S. There are a lot of people that are trying to leave the U.S. Well, I would say a number of them. Because what people don't realize is this American system is not really built for American citizens to thrive. And we all know that America is a corporation where a lot of people are working as slaves to continue to make money for their business. And then when something comes along, it to where they don't need the employees no more, they just lay them off. Now, there's nothing wrong with living in Alaska. You know, like the scenery and the wildlife and just a peaceful life. It's just the people here are a whole other story that I gotta deal with. It's just the people. Because the people, they just, they're just as messed up and crazy as any other state that I've been to. Majority of them will talk to you like you got, like they treat you like you got 3 heads on your shoulders. Whoever hit the like button, I appreciate it. America is draining the life out of people. It is very stressful and draining. There are people who are dying at work, working a job, nonstop, especially those who are in tighter situations. The thing is anybody can find a job. But the thing is a lot of jobs, they turn around and they reject people. They ask for 2 years of experience. But here's the thing. A lot of jobs can't expect you to get those experience off the back if they don't hire you to where you can get some experience. They have to hire you if you're going to get the experience. But see, the thing is, it doesn't matter what state you go to, hours are being cut down. And this is happening all over across the U.S., not just in Alaska. Everybody get on social media, especially on TikTok, every day, talking about how the hours are being cut, how they barely can barely pay their rent or their bills, how they can barely get anything to eat. America is squeezing every drop that you can get, every drop, until there, it's like having a towel when you squeeze all the water out of it until there's nothing left of it. And as I said in the latest live stream this week, the things that the government is doing, or the powers that be of this country, they're not doing it for the citizens. They're doing it for themselves. A lot of these jobs, they're just getting to the point where they just don't want to hire people. The job market is fucked up, no matter where you go in this country. A lot of people even have master's degrees and 6 years of experience. Some of them that I met anyway. And they still can't even find a job. There are veterans with degrees and years of 6 years plus experience. They still can't find anything. See, it's one thing to give things the benefit of the doubt, but it's also another thing where we all have to recognize that a lot of these corporations, they don't care. They're nitpicking and they don't care. They're trying to hire who they want to hire. And the job market is really messed up to the point where it's just a lot of Americans are giving up on trying to find a job. Now they have this new thing called job hugging. And what job hugging is that they stick with a job that they hate. And they don't want to leave that job because they know that they feel like their situation may get even worse if they leave the job. But that's not really anything new. People have already been doing that. I've met some people who been at my job for 20 years plus and got no recognition, nothing from it. What I do encourage people to do is start your own business so you can make your own money and you don't have to answer to a job or punching a clock or anybody else. Not saying you're not supposed to work a job. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But when it comes down to it, these jobs are not going to last forever. They're not going to last for very long. You guys give me 1 second here. I need to check something right quick. Okay. Oh, what's up, Ryan? Sorry, I didn't even look. Excuse me. Shit. What's up, Ryan? I barely recognize you. You got so many accounts. What's there to like? You aren't doing anything. Who are you talking to, Vita? Do something about your situation then. There's so much productive things you could do than moaning and moaning about it on every stream. Mm. You know, excuse me. So instead of you, you know, water boy, instead of you, shit. Mm. Oh. Mm. Okay, where am I? You know, you're telling you're telling people to do something productive. You're telling people to not to moan and moan, right? But let me tell you something. Get rid of that too. See, the thing is Waterboy and Vita. I talk about these things because there are people that need a voice. There are guys and girls too that are going through it. We're living in a country right now that is fucked up. We're living in a country where the job market is fucked up. Now, I can't speak for other countries, but I know in America, everything is fucked up. Okay? And there is nothing wrong with mourning, but I'm not moaning about anything. I'm ranting and complaining about the situation that's going on. Now, if you don't like my content and what I do, then you need to go somewhere else. Coming on here telling people to do something productive, obviously you ain't really been through nothing. How could people can't do America's a place where you can't even the only productive thing that you're doing is working like a slave with the jobs that are cutting hours, laying off 14 million Americans. There is nothing else productive to do except work and pay bills. And whatever I talk about on this channel, I'm going to keep talking about it. But don't come into my chat room putting your 2 cents in that I didn't ask for. America is fucked up. The cost of gas is fucked up. There are millions of people online complaining about the same thing. And Americans are starting to realize that it's not worth staying in this country anymore because everything is so damn high as a damn kite. And you want to march your goofy ass up here and talk about how people need to do productive, not mourn about it? Well, why don't you say that to the thousands and thousands of TikTokers that are posting TikTok videos complaining about the same things that I'm complaining about? Why don't you get on their comment section and talk with them and tell them the same thing? Waterboy, 32. Why don't you get on their live stream and talk about the same shit? No matter what you say, I'm still going to talk about the bullshit that's going on in this damn country. I'm still going to be the voice of men out there that are going through the same shit. I'm still going to talk about things and rant and review and rant about the things that men are going through, especially. But both men, women and men, but mostly men. Because once we go through it, we have to get it out of the mud. We're going through it. And guess what? Water boy, if you're watching, you need to take your common sense and your two senses, and you need to go tell the thousands of YouTube channels that are posting about the same shit, that are talking about the same shit that I'm talking about. Go talk to them about that. But don't march your stupid ass on my damn chat telling me what I need to do. Because I don't have to do shit. Actually, I am doing something about it. I'm getting on here and I'm starting a YouTube channel. That is something productive. I have other businesses down the pipeline that I'm working on. That is productive. I'm not just sitting up here running my mouth just to hear myself talk. I'm sitting here relating experiences to people who are going through things. So instead of you getting up here telling people what they need to do, why don't you get your shit together? Why don't you go on TikTok and complain about those other people over there that are complaining about the high cost of gas prices, the fucked up economy, how jobs are cutting people's hours, giving them less days to work. People are struggling to pay their bills. Gas prices is going up. Grocery store prices are going up to the point where people can't even afford to live in this country anymore. Why don't you go tell them that? And whoever hit the like button, I appreciate it. Because if you're saying stuff like that, obviously you ain't went through nothing. See, this is the kind of thing, these are the kind of people, guys, that you got to deal with. You got to deal with these type of people that'll tell you, instead of complaining about it, do something about it. Everybody is doing something about it. But it's only so much that they can do. That's no different than a religious Christian person going up there telling people, you know, um, you go up there, you ask for help from a religious church going person. And then all they can do is sit there and quote a scripture. They won't even so much as help you. At least give you $20 for gas. Or if you ain't got nothing to eat because your job done cut your check in your hours. And then you got to constantly look at your pay stubs. It's crazy. These folks won't even help you do shit but quote damn scriptures. And these type of people, like Waterboy, is just oblivious to what goes on in the country he lives in. I don't even know if he even lives in America. So I'm going to keep complaining. You got to put your faith in God, but you need more than just your faith in God. Because just having faith in God is not going to help your situation. Now, if you don't come up in here trolling now with that whole faith in God bullshit, because I will roast you out of this chat room. Well, don't play. This is a channel. We don't play games here. And you don't play God here. But this is not a gospel channel. This is not a Christian channel. This is not a channel where we're playing games. This is a channel where I'm talking about real shit that goes on with real people. I'm just letting you know. We don't play games here. We ain't got time for no games. It's all right, man. But like I said, we don't play no games here. People are going through some real shit. And I'm here to be everybody's voice for it. You good? I'm just letting you know. It's all right. I'm just letting you know. I'm giving you a heads up. We don't play games like that here. We had enough of these Christian hypocrites coming up in here talking about, do you know that Jesus loves you? But they won't even offer no support. The only support they can do is sit and quote scriptures, lying to people, telling them if you sow your seed and pay your tithe and offers, you'll be blessed. Understand, man, my bad. Look, man, it's fine. It's fine. You good. I'm just kind of letting you know. I'm just giving you a heads up. That's all I'm doing. We don't play games like that here. The world is fucked up right now, and we living in a fucked up country and a fucked up economy to be playing games. There's a time and a place for everything. And right now, that is not the time. You just happen to be in the wrong time at the wrong place. And another thing, welcome to the chat, Wilton. And whoever hit the like button, I appreciate it. See, we got to understand and look at things for what they are. And stop always trying to sugarcoat things. Because at this point, there is no point in giving things the benefit of the doubt anymore. Sorry, guys, I had something going down the wrong pipe. I'll never order. I'm never ordering from Popeyes again, especially here in Alaska. Their chicken tastes like shit. Their chicken tastes like shit. The biscuits are pretty good, but their chicken tastes like they just had it out for like the whole entire day. Yeah. And I think most of these jobs are going bankrupt too. See, they laid off all of these people because they're trying to get AI and replacing them. But how the hell you gonna replace them with AI if you don't understand how to use AI? Explain that shit to me. That's crazy. I'm telling you, at this point, these jobs are going crazy. These jobs are good news to start job next week. Hey, congratulations. Some people don't have that luxury, not very fortunate to get a job that quick. So my hat goes off to you. Congratulations, man. Getting a job now in this terrible job market is a luxury now. And not everybody is fortunate to get that one job that they want to work. That's even rare. That's rare. It's hard to find remote work from home jobs. I mean, then once you apply for it, you don't get accepted. Yeah, congratulations, man. Congratulations. I'm happy for you. At least you ain't got to deal with people in the workplace. What kind of job is it, if you don't mind me asking? Hmm. Okay. Okay. That's what's up. Hey, that's what's up, man. What I would say though, if you run into somebody that's interested in that kind of job, you should try to put them on too, because you know it's hard to find people that would want a similar job like you do, and they can't find nobody that can put them on. So if you find somebody that's interested in that job that you want or already getting, and since you already about to start on that job, you can refer somebody to come work at the same company you work for. That's good. We need more people like that because it's hard to find a job these days. It ain't easy. And see, a lot of people don't know good jobs because people keep telling them you can drive trucks and you can ride a school bus, you can do this, you can do that, but they don't understand the fact that you gotta recognize when a job is a good fit for you and when a job is a poor fit for you, especially if the skills that you have on your resume doesn't line up with these type of jobs. Not happy anymore there. Yeah, a lot of these jobs, I, me personally, I prefer that people will start their own business, promote their product, because right now the job market is getting worse and it's going to get worse next year. So if you're working right now, you know, I'm just saying, save up as much money as you can. Save up as much money as you can. If you need to max out on some cards or whatever you need to do, it's going to get rough next year. It is going to get rough. That's all I'm going to say on that. It's going to get rough. USA no longer stable. Rent is very crazy here. It is crazy. You need at least about four people in the same household just to be able to afford a place to live. Gas prices are going up. Gas prices has been high than it has ever been in the history of this damn country. And what's worse is the people in this country, the Americans in this country that are doing everything right, they're being responsible, paying their bills, you know, not buying stuff that they don't need, and keeping themselves up. It's like they get punished for going by the rules and following the moral compass, meaning people who are doing everything right, especially based on what their parents tell them. Go to school, work hard, get good grades, go to college, all of this stuff. They do all of this, and still they don't get nothing to benefit from it. Because the way the system is set up in America is not set up for people, for citizens to come out on top or to succeed. It's set up to for people to get poorer and to fail. It's sad to say, but that's the truth. Word, they give housing to most who don't do anything right, who don't. Group home cupcakes. I'm also homeless. I would like to take you out one day for lunch to a nice dumpster behind a fence restaurant. Well, there's a lot of people that is going to be homeless. A lot of people. Everything is going to keep going up. Certain apartment complexes going to put new installments, and then they're going to raise the price up again. Shout out to Group Home Cupcake. Konnichiwa. Well, hello there, no fool. What's going on? Welcome to the chat. The problem is, to the foreigners that came here, they were getting free housing and everything. And you know, all of the American tax dollars is going towards other countries. And the reason is because America is always going to war with other countries, trying to control whatever resources they got. America is broke. America is draining the life out of people because they got to work so hard to maintain even a roof over their head alone. I'm doing all right. How about you? It is. See, America didn't always used to be like this 40 years ago. But now America is just not the way it used to be anymore. And see, the best thing now is a lot of people from other countries do still come here, but they come here to make money because America is a corporation. Yes, I do work. We all work. Rather if it's jobs we don't like, rather if it's jobs that we do like. Fred Gavin, the United States of corporate America, you are correct. Yep. And I'm gonna tell you the way this system is set up, they don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about the American citizens. They're only doing that so that the government can fill their pockets. That's all they're doing. People are struggling to find jobs. Even veterans are struggling to find jobs. It's crazy. You're being priced out of a country that you were born and raised in. There's more people now that are joining the military than ever before. Than ever before. They don't care. They don't care. Look at what they pay soldiers. Yeah, they don't care. Soldiers ain't getting paid that much, especially if they're single and they ain't got no kids. They ain't getting paid much. You know, it's like the people who are not doing, who are not standing on business, who are not doing what they're supposed to do and not responsible, those are the ones that are successful. They can eat shrimp and lobster. They can live life on their own terms. Meanwhile, you working hard, upstanding citizen, following the rules and the laws of the country, you don't get nothing to show for it. It's hard to succeed. It's hard to try to come up. Yeah. And let's not forget the people who own houses got to pay property taxes. People trying to pay off their credit cards. And they don't like the fact that they're paying off their credit cards because they want to continue to drain Americans out of their money by making them pay interest rates. Colleges are a scam. People are paying 40 to 52 plus $1,000. And they don't even guarantee you a job. All that money you spent, now you in student loan debt. Let's see. Yeah, I barely make by right now. I can't find a job. I was loyal at my last place where I barely made shit and they got rid of me for no reason. That's messed up. That's fucked up. You can't, but hey, everything that I said in my last live stream, you can't make this shit up. These jobs don't give a shit about their employees. Just like at my job. I was working 4 days a week and off 3 because they asked me what my availability was. So I go to talk to HR because I'm punching the clock to get in to come in. And it says error. So I'm thinking, I was supposed to be here at 3 and off at 9 o'clock. So why is it that it's not letting me clock in? You were supposed to schedule at 4. Why am I scheduled at 4 when, because I sat down with the HR and I sat down with the manager and I told them that this is the schedule that I want. It ain't just me. Everybody, because I work at retail, everybody getting their hours cut. Even front end cashiers, produce, every department is getting their hours cut. Now, from what I heard, the online pickup delivery order are the only position that's not getting their hours cut. Whoever hit the like button, I appreciate it. You know, this system is set up just to have people working at a company so that the company can continue to thrive. They're just basically working y'all like slaves. And there are a lot of Americans right now on social media that are talking about escaping the US. Let's see. Wisdom in Mind reads, agree. How about people did education work experience for other nations and joined in America as skilled labor in Seattle and settled, so compare people's success story instead of blame game. Mm-hmm. The class system needs people at the bottom to maintain their lives at a few pigs. Yep. The only thing I'm gonna tell y'all, America is a place where you're just coming here to make money. It is a place where now it's starting to become a place of survival. It's not a place where you can live and thrive anymore. And like I said, in 2027, you're going to start hearing things on social media. It's going to get worse. The government's not going to let the people know what the hell is going on. And they're going to keep secrets from you until when something happens, you're going to end up finding out the hard way. You know, you got mayors and presidents. They'll tell you, they'll sit and lie in your face, and they'll tell you everything that they're going to do for this country. Just like the president said that there will be no more wars. But now they're still at war with Iran right now. Everything is still high as a damn kite right now. And there are rules. You know those books that Donald Trump had to sign when he was, like I said in the last live stream? Those are laws that are being passed. So here's two of them. You're not allowed to work on your car anymore. That is considered a crime. You have to go to the car service to get your car fixed or serviced. If you don't have a place to stay, it is a crime to be homeless in this country. If you don't believe me, look it up. You see, it's putting people on a back burner now. Wisdom, I say yes until financial dependent and learn the good and the bad country from culture to business. I've never left, so with everything I have, with politics and everything, I used to keep track, but not worry. I mean, can't afford this life. You can't. Because America's just not the place that it once used to be anymore. This is the new America of 2026. This is America that neither of us belong in. There's so much I want to say right now, but I can't because it's 12:47 and I'm gonna have to end the live stream pretty soon. But I can tell you this. The dating scene is shit here. You deal with people every day in the US. You can't even talk to them anymore. They look at you like you got three heads on your shoulders. And I'm going to tell you, like I said in the last live stream, the only reason I can't say much right now because I'm trying my best to not go Super Saiyan 2. Now, if I go Ultra Instinct like I did in the last live stream, it's game over. Nah, yeah, I'm married. Got my wife from, yeah. Shout out to Wilton. This is what I tell people. The women in this country are shit. They don't understand the value of relationships no more. They don't know how to date. They don't know how to do anything anymore. The best thing you can do is get your passport, go visit whatever country you want to visit. Whether it's Asia, Europe, whatever y'all interested in. And see everything that's going on in this country right now. This is a sign that it's time to leave the US. And I would suggest doing it for those who have the means to do it. I suggest you do it now because I'm hearing that TSA workers are quitting. Flights are getting delayed than usual. Yeah, buying land. That's a good thing too. Because if you go into somewhere else, you'll have a place that you can stay in. That's a good piece of land, Wilton. That's a good piece of plot you got there. You know, nobody on YouTube is going to have these type of conversations like I'm having it. Because a lot of people are just too scared of they're going to lose subscribers or they're going to lose whatever money they're going to get. But see, I'm not coming here and I'm not all about the money on this YouTube thing. I come on here because I like to vent. I like to talk about shit that goes on. Because y'all men have been going through enough. And don't even get me started with the dating scene in this country. I'm trying my best not to go ultra instinct. Now, if I go in my angel form, it's game over. I'm still in my base form right now. And everybody is asleep. So the shit that I really want to say, I'm probably going to have to talk about it in the next live stream. See, what I have sat back and I've watched people in this country, don't you really hate it? You sit back and you watch another person successful, and you're the only person that's sitting there. So whoever hit the like button, I appreciate it. And you're sitting up here and you're wondering to yourself, man, I wish I had a girl like that. Man, I wish I was in this position. You be visualizing what it'd be like if I was in that position. You get tired of being in a country where all your efforts is for nothing, but your efforts feels like somebody else's effort. You get to watch them reap the benefits of it, and you don't get shit from it. See, no matter what you do, you cannot succeed in this goddamn country. I'm trying my best to keep my voice down because people are sleeping. Because I live in a shitty house with a bunch of roommates. And I'm in the process of getting a place by the end of this month with other roommates. And I don't want to wake them up because, you know, some people got to go to work and other stuff. And I hated that I started this live stream so late. I didn't even think I was going to get this many people. Because I usually get just one person or whatever. You can't do anything. It's like your success is just being swiped away. They just want you to keep working. They want you to keep running your stuff, running you down. You have to work another job. I had a guy at work one day. He said, "Hey, I got 2 jobs now." He was excited about it. I just told him, your health is more important than any job that you will ever work. Because if your body break down, guess what? You're going to be replaceable. Because it's all about making money. At my job, I just do what I need to do and get the hell out. It's not. 2 jobs ain't healthy. I know because I've tried it. I worked 2 jobs when I was in another state. Alabama. When I came up here, I worked 2 jobs up here in Alaska. I almost killed myself. I was working non-stop. And I was in school, still in school, full time. I was working 2 jobs, fell asleep in front of the wheel, had a car accident, almost died from it. My car went down through the ditch. It was a 2014 Toyota Camry. And this was when I was in the state of Alabama. I was working for a Mercedes Lear Corporation automotive seating company. It was a factory job, making good money. It is. It's a depressing place to be. It's nothing to do here. All the things that people do here is drugs, smoke. You get to watch people act crazy. Homeless is definitely increasing up here in Alaska. It's a mess. People are sleeping in stairwells, sleeping out on the grass, on the sidewalk, on the curb, everywhere. It's bad. The women, the women there are, they're very, let me put it this way. If you're not 7, 8 feet tall, if you're not attractive like Edward and Jacob from Twilight movie, you're not going to be desirable. The majority of them are prejudiced, picky. You can't approach them. Most of them carry bear spray, pepper spray. I've witnessed a chick call the police and accuse another dude of sexual assault. And he went to jail over something she said. I mean, it ain't no different than any other state. I mean, there's some people that are nice in terms of when it comes to an as needed basis. But majority overall, from what I've seen, the women are just as dangerous here as it is in other states. And if you're not careful, they will screw you over. I've seen it so many times. The bottom line is, all of the women in America, they're not wife and dateable material. And the new dating scene is hooking up, shacking with dudes that have been with transgenders, got AIDS. Oh yeah, there's a lot of that here. There's child predators constantly, all the time. People are constantly going missing. Girls are going missing, and guys. It's pretty fucked up. And the only thing that people do here, there are more bars and clubs than there are any other areas that you can be in. And I'm gonna tell you right now, yep, Alaska. A lot of people, they're not very conversational here. Most of them keep to themselves, and or they, when you talk to them, you have to keep it at least 6 words or less. If you start talking the way I'm talking right now in this live stream, they ain't trying to hear all of that. They don't like it when people talk too much. And then it makes you feel like you sound like a female when you're talking. And whoever hit the like button, I appreciate it. Yes, it's a lot of criminals here. As a matter of fact, on one of my security jobs, I almost had a gun pointed in my face. And I almost got attacked by a intoxicated dude that had a knife in his hand when I was on my way back from work. I even had a meth head person almost tried to swing on me. Didn't even know the man was on drugs because I wasn't raised around that environment. I've been through a lot of shit since I've been here. And then what's worse, as a black man, you get told to go look up this person, or you remind of some other hip hop rap singer. Most of them will play rap because you're black, and oh, let's play this, let's play that. And a lot of the girls here in Alaska, they're too damn picky. They like to get with drug dealers. They like to get with the Pookie and the Ray Rays here. I done met employees that got 6 kids by six different baby mamas. 6 kids. I'm not making this up. It's crazy up here. You'll be working with somebody that you don't even think that can pull anybody. Next thing you know, they telling you they got over 6+ kids, and you're like, damn. I never, it's just some stuff you find out, and it blows your mind. The jobs here, it sucks here. Majority of the jobs are on hiring freezes. People are very prejudiced here, especially if you, in Anchorage, it's more like the ghetto side of Alaska. When you go to like Eagle River, which is another city in Alaska, and Palmer, and then there's Wasilla, those are like the valley areas. Those are where the prejudice and the racist people are at. And from what I heard, there was a African Uber driver that I had. He told me that most of them, I don't know where he was at in Wasilla, but I was told that they're not very fond of black folks going up there. And most of them had guns and all of that shit. They were about to shoot his brains out while he was in his own car doing Uber. He said he had to spaz and get the hell up on out of there and haul ass out of there. There have been times where I was in Eagle River. I got called the N-word when I was working at McDonald's. I got locked in the back of the garage door when I was emptying boxes and trash for 2 hours. I got treated like shit in Eagle River. It's another prejudiced city with a bunch of prejudice and racist folks. I got told by a teenager that I was the first black person he ever seen in Eagle River in Alaska. I also had to deal with a racist and a prejudiced person that called the police on me while I was on the phone talking to a family member. And the police came up to me and told me that he was doing a wellness check because he thought that I was a crazy maniac. Even when you're talking to yourself, which is nothing wrong with that, people look at you as crazy. But then you talk to them, you're considered a creep, weirdo, or a stalker. Yeah, it's a whole melting pot full of them here in Alaska. I deal with that shit every damn day. I go out. And the chicks up here, they would rather go with dudes with no security and choose the less 8% or 80% than to choose the 100% or the 95%. And majority of the way the dating scene is here, it's like a lot of chicks, they all want to get with the same type of dude. They all get with a 7, 8, 9 feet tall giant dude. I don't know what it is. It's just they like tall guys up that height. But he also got to be attractive by their physical appearance. You have to look like Edward or Jacob from Twilight to get any of these women. Even a woman that has 3 or more kids, she will also turn you down and get with a dude who been butt fucked by another gay dude. It's fucked up here. It even gets worse than this. It seems that every dude, every chick wants to get with a tall. Every time when I see these chicks, they're with these really tall. I'm not knocking it. If that's their preference, hey, more power to them. I'm looking at this from a society standpoint because it's like they, it's like every girl in Alaska want the same dude. It is a trending, likable thing for a lot of dudes to get with dudes that are 8, 9 feet tall giants. It's a trending thing when it comes to the dating scene here. I see it all the time. I used to work as a security guard at the movie theaters. I see that shit all the damn time. Nothing wrong with it. It's just the problem if every chick in Alaska want to get with the same type of dude. And then they want to try to put it on you and say maybe you're the problem. No, they are the problem. Yes, they do, Wilton. They do. You barely see any of these chicks. It is a lot of natives and there's a lot of Samoans. You don't see no black folks dating them. Black men are not even in a relationship with any of them. I'm not saying they don't exist, but I've never seen it. All I see them with is mostly white guys or guys who are like from Korea or whatever. Yeah, because they don't like black men up here. We get treated like shit up here. Like I said, Alaska is a melting pot full of prejudice and racist people. I even have a landlord that is racist. Yeah, it's not what people think. But see, this side of Alaska is what people don't tell you. Well, actually, I'm leaving the U.S. I'm, period. No matter where you go, the women are always going to be the same. Of course, you know, I still got to come back here and work and make some money or whatever. But maybe in the future, I'll look into it. But right now, I'm just saving up enough money so I can leave this country and not having to come back. Yeah, that's my goal right now. NoFo, that's my goal right now, is to leave the U.S. and not come back here. But of course, I have to come back and do what I gotta do in order to make this happen. I'm doing YouTube, doing merch, doing everything I can. So I can at least get something. Even if it's just super chats or super thanks or whatever the hell y'all call it on this channel, on this YouTube thing. Because see, if I get this channel monetized and I start making money, that's all I need. And it'll be enough money for me to do what I need to do. That's everybody's dream right now, starting social media, doing everything they can to get the hell out of this country. Because America is not a place of happiness. It's a place of depression, stress, and survival. I think that's a lot of Americans' goal. It is. Well, for the most part, I'm pretty sure there are some. I was living in the Caribbean 6 months. Was working remote VPN on 2023rd. Hmm. I mean, NoFo or N NO4, you can always save up. It's never too late. All you need is a passport. Make sure that your license is up to date. Get a passport and start putting money back as much as you can. Get that plane ticket. There you go. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else too. If y'all buying a plane ticket, instead of getting a round trip, you can get a one-way trip. Buy one when you're going to that country, and then buying another one as a return ticket to wherever you want to go. Instead of paying the whole $1,000 thing. Because I'm going to tell you, my mother, when I lost everything in another car accident, this car I had was a 2017 silver Toyota Camry. I was homeless for 6 years in the state of Alabama before I moved up here to Alaska. And my mother paid for me to go to Africa. It wasn't really my country of choice, but my mother claimed that she had property there, which she did. But she married somebody else from the US that lives over there. And it's just all complicated. But when I got there, just the fact of being in another country, my stress was gone. Tanzania, Africa. I was at the Kilimanjaro airport. And then I filled out a job application to come here to Alaska to work as a correction officer. Only to find out I came up here for nothing. It was a 18, 19-hour flight from Kilimanjaro, Africa, all the way to Alaska. I was on the Ethiopia Airlines when I came back here to Alaska. And then from Ethiopia Airlines, I went to the Alaskan Airlines. And I'm going to tell you, the Alaska Airlines, their plane stinks. It smelled like somebody just took a massive sneeze in that place, in that plane. Because they told me that I didn't get the job, that I didn't pass, whatever, I don't know. I asked them why. They told me, well, it's up to Seattle. They only know why you passed or not. And I told them, I'm like, I mean, if they told you that I'm not qualified to get this job, they should also tell you the reason why, right? I mean, he was the administration officer that's in control of the office area. And I moved here, and I was staying with my uncle. I came here with nothing but the shirt on my back because I lost everything. all of my achievements because I used to work for Amazon Fulfillment Center. I had all of my achievements, all everything. Lost everything. Stayed with my uncle for a little almost a year. And all of a sudden, my uncle tells me I have until July to get out of his house and accuses me of being a bad influence on his children, even though him and my mother was talking about their stepdaughter like a dog. Then saying that I talk about everybody in the house. I mean, what if I was? That ain't no reason to kick somebody else out on the streets. Then he accused me of eating up all the food in his house, including some of the food that his wife cooked. I mean, it was a bunch of petty bullshit that's not really, that I didn't even do. Even though I was buying my own food, he tried to control me and tell me some stuff that I can and can't eat, telling me to look at the ingredients. But I'm like, wait a minute. My money is going towards your bills. I'm paying to stay here. I have, I shouldn't even have to point this out, but I'm buying my own shit. You don't tell me what I can and can't eat. It's my money. I'm busting my ass off to pay your bills and to get the stuff that I need. So my uncle kicked me out. My mother knew about it, but she gave him a pass and telling me the stuff that I needed to do. I need to roll out the red carpet. I need to do this. And she was just okaying him doing the stuff. And then what's worse, my mother put me in this situation, knowing how my uncle is about me. My uncle does not like the ground that I stand on. And so I ended up living here for quite some time. And my mother tries to use God as a catalyst, telling me, because I told her about the accident that I had and I lost everything. She was like, well, you know how church going people are. They're always like, well, God allows stuff to happen so we can be together and we can talk and whatever. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I could have died in that car accident. A red pickup truck hit me from behind. If you watch one of my videos, I'm not sure which one it is, but it shows the car and the accident. And it's funny that she just used God as a catalyst reason of why I had that car accident when I could have nearly died from that damn car accident. And now all of a sudden, now that I'm here in Alaska, thrown out on the streets, my mother doesn't even talk to me anymore. She doesn't call me up to see how I'm doing. She doesn't do shit. And I'm pretty sure most of you that are watching this knows how it feels to have your own family that you thought that were going to support you, that was going to help you get you back on your feet. Turn out they turn around and betray you. And this is what I tried to tell a friend of mine from the Philippines. But she just can't seem to understand that and grasp her head around it because, people up there in other third world countries, they're humble people. And see, they're not used to dealing with tragic families like here in the US. Just like she sent me a post on from post of my mother and her hanging out with somebody on TikTok. And in my head, I'm thinking, why is she showing me this? I don't care about what my mother posts on TikTok or whatever. My thing is, if she got enough time to post and get on whatever, then she got time to see if I'm okay, dead or alive. Not even my uncle cared enough to be like, hey, nephew, what's going on? Hey, man, I'm sorry that I kicked you out like that. Are you still in Alaska? Where you at right now? I mean, the place is always open if you want to come back. I ain't gonna kick you out this time. Nothing. I done got straight up betrayed by my own so-called family folks. So I don't have nothing. And it seems that every time when I ask my mother for help, well, scratch that. When I told her my situation, she only paid money to send me places that she want me to go. She even got me involved into a marriage with a dude that she'd have met that also lives in the state of Georgia in Africa. Now him and I are bumping heads, and now to this day, he's on the phone regurgitating some of the same bullshit that I done told him concerning her. She sat up there and lied and said that she ain't been in a marriage in quite some time. Along with some other stuff. Not only that, her husband left me at a local phone store. It's called Tigo Pesa. That's the cell phone company that they have in Tanzania, Africa. He left me there. I haven't even been in Tanzania, Africa for a goddamn week. And he left my ass there. Got me involved into her marriage. Then when she got her feel of what she wanted, now she got me all the way back here in a whole nother state, dealing with some prejudiced ass motherfuckers. See, I'm trying to keep it down because I'm trying to stay in my base form right now. Because it pisses me off the fact that you ask for help just to get betrayed. And I have to deal with this shit. Now, I love to work, but I'm just sick and tired of working for these corporations. That's the difference. So I've been doing things online to make money. It's in work in progress, but once I get it set up, I'll be able to make some money from it. I'm not even trying to wait till monetization on this channel. Because my solely mindset right now is just going on rants and just giving out relatable topics that people can relate to. But I'm going to tell you one thing. You ain't going to come across another channel that's going to be talking about this shit. Or having conversations like this. That is my mindset right now. You know, it's kind of crazy because usually people, when they start a YouTube channel, they want to make money doing so. I'm coming on here to expose some of the bullshit that people are going through in their everyday lives. And there are people that are tired of being in a country where they can't even thrive. They're tired of dealing with every time you have to go outside. It's like a setback waiting to happen. People are tired of every time you wake up, you check your bank account. Like, if you don't check it's like having a girlfriend long distance. If you don't call her or text her, you automatically thinking she cheating on you. If you don't check your bank account, you gonna think that some of your money been swiped out by a bill that you don't have no clue. Every time you get a check, your bank account just gets swiped. Your whole paycheck gets eaten up. You ain't got shit else to, barely anything to eat. And most of the food here in America tastes like shit. The fruit don't last long. They get molded pretty quick because they putting poison in all of this shit. You notice how grandmothers back in the day, they used to tell you to wash your fruit, to wash your vegetables, because they putting pesticides and all of this shit in the food. The bread don't even last long. You sit that bread on the middle of the table, you got flies getting at it, then it turns molded. Nothing in this country lasts longer. It's always going to be short term. Exactly. The food that I had when I was in Africa, when I ate, I wasn't even hungry for the rest of the week. The food was natural, tastes better. Over here, the food don't last long. You can get a 16 piece of chicken and eat that motherfucker, and then by the time 8 o'clock gets, you already hungry for some more food. I even had McDonald's when I was at the Netherlands airport in Europe. Their hamburgers were so small. Their fries actually taste like potatoes. The hamburger actually tastes like a damn hamburger. And I'm gonna tell you, in Amsterdam, it's just like Japan. Their streets are clean, crispy, clean. No homeless, nothing on the streets. You will not find a single homeless person on the damn streets. Here in America, it's all fucked up. You got people walking around asking you if you have a cigarette. Do you have a cigarette lighter? Let me borrow like $20. They coming up to me. I had a dude that came up to me at the grocery store trying to sell some Jordans for $45. I told him, like, I got the money, but I ain't buying no damn Jordans. You better take that shit to the damn Goodwill. He talking about somebody done stole his bike. Well, I'm gonna tell you, you better take that shit to the Goodwill. And there has been some homeless people that I gave money to and helped them out. Try to be a blessing to somebody else that need help. Unlike these church-going Christian folks, they're not a blessing to nobody else. Only thing they good for is quoting a goddamn scripture. How's a goddamn scripture gonna put food in his damn mouth? In Dominican Republic, there is a town, no homeless, no dirty streets. Yeah, I heard some rumors about that. See, other communities and other places in other countries, they keep their community clean. See, I know that there's some people that don't even have the means to leave this country even if they wanted to. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because America is just Babylon when it all comes down to it. All of the American people are considered property. You know, when Donald Trump says, make America great again, he's talking about his America to be great again for his administration. And a lot of people don't see it that way. And people still support him, even though he's fucking up this damn country a lot worse than Biden did. And he's a puppet because Congress is using him to do whatever. America sucks, man. But we just need to get a lot of cash and leave it. We do. We do. And this is what I tell facts. I always worst admit. Just like my thing is, I don't classify myself as an American. I just live here. And I'd be glad when I leave on the 20th because I'm tired of talking about this shitty ass country that's getting worse and worse and worse by the damn minute. Yeah, way worse, Nene. Way worse. As a matter of fact, none of these presidents and mayors and first lady of the states, they don't give a shit about this country. They just give a shit about how much money they gonna drain out of it to make their pockets fat. That's all it is. People ask me, have you ever voted? No. I'm not voting for nobody. I don't give a damn about these presidents and first ladies and mayors. I don't give a shit about them. They'll sit up there and tell you what they gonna do, and they ain't gonna do shit but make this place worse, to make Americans struggle worse. As I tell you on this live stream, it's gonna get worse. It's even getting so bad now that your own flesh and blood family abandons you, leaves you out there with the wolves to snatch and eat you up. I get comments all the time. What is the solution? What is the solution? The solution is get your passport and get the hell out of America before it gets worse. To the point where you're not going to be able to go anywhere. Everyone comes in the world alone, so everyone has to take care of themselves. Yeah, that's true. But everybody don't have to be alone. Especially when you have family that's supposed to help you, support you whenever there's needed. They only support when the person is already successful. If a person is already successful, they don't need no damn help. But that's what parents do. Oh, well, son, if you need some help, hey, I'm always here. I'm proud of you. But the moment when a man is down and struggling, trying to get it out of the mud, nobody wants to help him. They only want to help him when he's successful. But if the man is success and got money, he don't need no help from his family. Y'all have to get y'all passports and leave. Downsize all that shit that you're not gonna have with you, sell it, get everything that you got. I got a PlayStation 5 right now that I haven't even touched, barely. And I'm thinking about selling that bitch to put some more money in my damn pocket. Well, well, Nene, that's your decision to make. But I know the men ain't staying in America. They trying to go somewhere else for a number of reasons. One, dating scene in America is shit. The women in America are shitty. And dudes are tired of sitting on the sidelines being constantly told that it's not your turn. Always constantly told one day this will happen, one day that'll happen. All of these bullshit rhetoric uh, talking points. And they need a peace of mind. They need to go somewhere where they are appreciated and not tolerated. Well, I did. I got it for YouTube because I also have a gaming channel. But that's when I had money stashed up and I had, you know, the ability and the finance to get it. But I don't know. I'm trying not to, Wilton, but because here's my thing. I don't want to get off topic, but Sony is getting really greedy right now. And Nintendo is getting greedy too. That's why the things that they're doing, their greediness is starting to backfire. Here's the thing. You pay $500 for a PlayStation 5. That is about the same cost that you would pay your car note every month. Then once you get the PlayStation 5 console, now you have to buy a PlayStation Plus just to be able to play with your friends online. Not only do you have to do that, but Sony, as well as Nintendo and Xbox, they have increased the pricings of their games. It used to be 60, $65. It went up to almost 80 damn dollars for a goddamn I'll save that topic for another time. Because I am holding everything within me. But it's harder to keep my power level down. But I'm struggling. And the only reason I haven't done so is because everybody is sleeping. Because I live in a house with a bunch of roommates. And I'm doing everything I can to suppress my power level right now. Women here need to get their own instead of pocket watching. Yeah, they do. But The thing is, Nene, they're not going to do it. See, and it doesn't make any sense because if women have given a right to vote, they're working the same jobs as a man work. They're making the same amount of money, if more, than a man is making. What do they need a man for? What do they need a man and his money for? In the 1930s, women were claiming to be strong and independent. They don't need a man. So why do they need a man's help now? That's just kind of where we're at right now. See, women in this country are double dutching. They'll step forward when it's time to get the fruits of your labor and the rewards. But when it's time to put in the work to do what it takes to get to that level, they step back. Everything is. Relationship is a money grab. Talking to people is a money grab. Everything is a damn money grab in this country. Got laid off and moved back with my mom and sister. Brought my wife and daughter from another country. I will say, Wilton, be careful. Because, I've seen a lot of women that come from another country to America and they get modernized real quick overnight. So just be careful or if you're going to have your daughter going there. Now, I would recommend homeschooling. Because homeschooling your daughter, you have full control over who your daughter gets involved with, what type of activities your daughter does, everything. Because I'm going to tell you, America is not a safe place. You got child predators. You got homosexuals that are dressed up as females, transgenders. Talking about the gay BCs. There's a book on it. Go on Amazon to look it up. And I know it exists because I had to package one of them when I was working at the Amazon Fulfillment Center for 2 years. They don't teach you anything. That's right, Nene. They don't teach you anything in these school systems, especially private schools. They don't teach you nothing in these private schools either. And yet you're wasting so much money because private schools are expensive. The best learning that you're going to give your child is homeschooling him or her. Because you learn more when you're homeschooled than going to a public school. And that includes private schools. You got control over and what your daughter or your son does. I don't have any kids, never been married, but I do understand what it means to have a child that you're trying to raise. And you want to raise your child to live for a lifetime, not living for a short lifetime. When you teach a child in a way that he or she can go, they live for a lifetime. And I manipulated that quote of teach a man how to fish and he eats for a lifetime. So that's where that came from. But I just manipulated it. It's nothing really prizing. But you guys get what I'm saying. Because right now, we're living in a generation right now is fucked up. And it's time for history to stop repeating itself. It's time to have a new generation to be the better example and way better than the generation we have now. And if parents don't stand up and they don't take seriously, they need to just give their child to another family that can better take care of them. They don't need a man, but need my rotation. Maintain it, but let it evolve over time. I mixed one if I did wanted to send my kids to school. I want them to have to be isolated. I don't wouldn't want them to be isolated, but yeah, the culture of America is fucked and the internet is yeah. Social media is what's causing the dating scene in America and Americans to act the way they act today. And the thing is, you can still take your kids, they can play with other kids and stuff like that. You're not really necessarily isolating them, but you want them to get better education.